Hi, Chris Martin here with my cousin Robert at the Martin Guitar Museum on Earth Day.
Yes.
And by the way, isn't every day Earth Day? We're here to open the new sustainability exhibit that you and Jason worked so hard on.
Yes, exactly right. And it didn't just start with an Earth guitar. You were mentioning it started how many years ago?
190 years ago.
Yeah.
Really.
Right.
You know.
So the privilege with working with you is that we can work on projects together and you can green light them.
Right.
And what
Yep.
becomes one guitar,
Yeah.
for me at least,
Yep.
it becomes a series of now Earth Day guitars.
Which, okay, let's get into that. We did one, and everyone's like, well, I guess we're done with that idea. And I'm like, so we're done with Earth Day? And there's like, no, Earth Day's coming again next year. Well, then we need another Earth Day guitar next year.
Right. And Robert, you're not going to just do another Earth. We're
Yeah,
going
right,
to start
right.
delving
Let's come
into
down to Earth.
biospheres. Right.
Now, you may want to edit this, but my sense of humor, sometimes, I said to Robert, should we confront people with these images about the things we've done that aren't good for the earth? So far, he's talked me out of that. But don't you need to see those images too? That look, here's a problem that we need to fix because we, man, created that problem. Like in Hellertown, the Superfund site, that was an old spark plug factory that sat vacant because it was a Superfund site for 30 years. They're finally decommissioning it. Mother Nature did not create that Superfund site, we did.
Right. Maybe on the back of the guitar.
There you go.
Before and after. So yeah, I mean, the Earth guitar you green lighted. You talked about the choral guitar.
Yep.
And we had that connection with my daughter
And me, I was,
That's
I
right.
had two opportunities, join the family business or become a marine biologist.
Yes.
I think I made the right choice.
You did, but I keep hearing that story that you're giving Claire free rein to decide.
She can decide, right?
Yes, exactly. And
Like
then-
I got to.
Yeah, exactly. And you made the best of it.
Yeah.
What would you have done with a career as a marine biologist? Who knows? Probably not.
Bali.
Yeah.
Scuba diving in Bali.
Yes.
I still dream of that.
Right. Living in a thatched hut, because you wouldn't have much money. though.
That's true.
And then we're doing the whale guitar.
The whale guitar.
Which happened. Yeah.
Okay. So Robert actually suggested the whale guitar for last year.
And let's throw Tim in the mix too, because he suggested, come on in,
Yeah,
Tim.
I think you said to Robert, what about whales?
Well,
He gives me a lot of ideas.
Robert had a beautiful rendering, illustration of whales.
Already done.
And I'm like, these
Okay.
are cool. And I could see like a beautiful blue kind of silhouette.
Okay. Yep. So then I was concerned about how can I talk about whales knowing that there's a lot of interest on both sides of whales. I think most of us believe in them. There are still people that want to eat them, right? So I thought I need to get more clarity in my mind if someone asks me a question about why did you choose whales. So I said, Robert, let's put that on hold. Let's do the coral reef. I go on a cruise with Claire, and there was a guest lecturer, Rachel Cartwright, who has a nonprofit based in Hawaii, and the reason she goes to Alaska is because that's where the whales go in the summer to mate. So I went to the lecture, she had a table set up with all these books, and I had a conversation with her, and I showed her the image. And she goes, wow, yeah, that's really cool. I said, what would you think about us actually doing this as a guitar and me giving you a donation? And she was so humble. She said, my nonprofit is small. I'll give you the name of some other nonprofits that are focused on whales. Wow. How about that, right? And then, so now we're gonna go. And I said, no, I want to give the money to Rachel's nonprofit. Because I met her and she helped me have a better understanding of the importance of whales in terms of biodiversity.
Right. So, and I think this fellow asked, are we going to keep doing blue guitars? Water-based. And we promise that maybe there'll be a green guitar next time or something off-white.
That's true. There's other parts of the earth to explore for the next.
Well, didn't Scott Chinnery commission a run of blue archtop guitars?
Yeah, the blue.
So there is the precedence there for blue guitars.
And not to interrupt, but Tim came in Thursday afternoon as I'm setting up this, and
Okay.
you know, he's looking around and saying, I've been involved in every one of these projects all along.
It goes all.
That's why you got the gray hair.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
So,
But it's worth it because
Right.
you know I think we're headed in a fantastic direction.
And you know, Tim, our customers can be very traditional.
That's right.
And we can't wait for them to ask for this.
No.
We have to show them we can do it and that they should consider embracing it.
Yeah. I mean, the latest one we were talking about is the Inception.
Domestic hardwoods.
It's domestic hardwoods.
Which regenerate quicker than tropical hardwoods.
That's right.
Right.
And you know, traditionally, it's a great wood for violins and for arch tops.
And electric guitars.
And electric, for,
Yep,
but not
yep.
for acoustics.
Right.
So we took
Particularly not Martin's.
no.
Another company whose name starts with a G
That's right.
makes more
Yeah.
maple acoustics than we do.
Bigger size.
That's true. That's true. Yep,
Different type
yep,
of thing.
Yep.
But for Martin, people want to have that rich undertone
Yes.
that maple doesn't
Right.
give you naturally with
Yeah.
our recipe of building.
Yep, yep.
And this was a new recipe.
Right.
And the R&D guys did a fantastic
Yeah.
job
Yep.
coming up with the skeletonized bracing. on
Yep.
it. So,
well, and what's
great stuff.
unique, because you have final say and can say to us, go that direction,
Yeah.
without a committee getting together and hashing something out and taking 5 years and saying, well, you know, it's too late or we're not want to do
No,
this.
we'll just have another
You can
meeting.
direct the company.
We'll
to
have
do that.
another meeting, and at that meeting, we'll decide when to make a decision.
Exactly.
But that may mean we have to have another meeting to decide when to make the decision about making the decision.
And environmental issues have always been important. to
Absolutely.
you.
Yeah.
And we're not going to tell the story.
No, we're not.
But yeah, personally, this goes way back for me. That, you know, there's only one Earth. I know, Elon, someday we're all going to be living on Mars. But in the meantime, there's only one Earth.
And maybe we can make the Martin guitar the official instrument of Mars.
There we go. There we go. So I have a question. There's no atmosphere or gravity in space. So if you played a Martin guitar in outer space, would the strings resonate forever?
I think it would implode. Not yet.
We did have the backpacker go up in the space shuttle.
We did, yeah.
So, yeah.